Everybody, this is Raspreet Gill. Welcome to the channel. And today, what's behind me is a car that redefined its segment. A car that's provided luxury equivalent to cars that were 20 to 30 lakhs above its actual value. This is my Skoda Superb, 6 years on. Under the hood, you've got a 1.8 TSI petrol engine producing 160 horses at 250 nanometers of torque. And it's been paired to a 6-speed manual gearbox. Headlamp for some intricately designed luster. Take a look at the Superb that's been engraved out here. It came with bi-xenons of a 70mm lenses inside. Also capped off with some cute little headlight washers around here. This is again first in its segment at that time. Grille, it was a complete matte finish. It's starting to look pretty dated right now because of the dullness. The fact that the grille up here was matte finished, that pattern continued down to the grille that was just above the bumper slit right out here. And this, along with that, did tend to tone down the design quite a fair bit. The three swooping lines that you can see on the bonnet converged right into the grille and is a typical element of Skoda design and artwork. Moving on to the side of the vehicle now, the design language of the car is a short bonnet, a longer roof and a short boot, which actually classifies the Superb as a limousine in many cases. You can take a look at the side design language. What you'll also notice is there's no real striking lines that run across it. It's more of a clean, minimalistic design. So yeah, that's what kept the Superb as elegant as it is. Let's move on to the boot now and figure out how the tail lamps have swept right around the corner. And they too have begun showing their age. The boot, like I said, is pretty much compact, but that completely deceives what you're about to see inside it. Pop it open completely, you'd end up getting one of the largest boots in a car of this class, with the seats folding down in a 60-40 split ahead. A couple of hidden spaces in the Skoda Superb, which definitely comes in handy if you're trying to take something away from somebody and not let them know that you got it in your boot while it's there. Really cool. And then you've got another 12-volt charging socket right up there, and yeah, it does not come with a portable torch like the current Superb does. Pop it open, you got a full-size spare wheel right in there. This one's unused, and the unmissable bit is this umbrella holder out here and the left passenger door at the rear. The recommended fuel is 95 rated octane value, which is a nice touch by Skoda because they are good chrome finished ones. Really see right inside them. The rims that the car sits on are 16 inches and they're stock rims. They've been fit inside 205 55s R16 tires by Pirelli. These I got switched up around 2 years ago, so I've done around about 4,000 kilometers on them. At long last, I'm seated in the lap of luxury right in the Skoda Superb. In probably what some may call the best place to be, some may find the back seat the best place to be in this one, given all that legroom we will come to. We take a look inside the cabin and try and figure out how many soft touch materials are present, and we'll find that the dash all around here is soft touch. The door panels that come around here are also soft touch. Around the infotainment system area, and that too is soft touch. The footwell region, that's when we'll find a little bit of furred up plastic, which is not exactly soft, but it's kind of softy faux. And when we look at the gearbox region, yes, that is covered in hard plastics. Cubby spaces inside the Superb are ample enough, starting right from the glove box. There's enough there to probably store 3 to 4 water bottles if you ever do. And it's a cool glove box. Has got a lot of soft touch around it. The door bins also could hold up to 1 liter bottles pretty comfortably. In the gearbox region as well, we've got some of these slideys that could store maybe baby cups. I don't know what were they thinking, Skoda, when they really thought something would be that tiny. And then we move in out here. You got your bay. Probably you could keep your cell phone in that region. It doesn't shut back automatically, as you can see. You've got to pull it back and that's when it shuts. And then when we move into the armrest region, it's a sliding armrest that is adjustable. So we take a look at the space that's in there. And it's not a lot. You've got the aux ports that comes in there. And pretty much painfully, you'd be surprised to know that this car did not have a USB input. A bit of more storage out here with this net that only comes on the passenger front seat. Sunglass hatch. That's kind of very common now. When you take a look at the visors, they come with the vanity mirrors with lights on both sides. They did definitely look after your beauty. It's forward finish that runs all the way across to the driver's instrument cluster. The chrome rings that come around it as well, and it's more of a white light finish. That is where you turn the lights on and off, and this is pretty much present in all the Skoda cars. This being a manual version, has got a 4-spoke steering wheel, more for classic tone. We've got your volume control buttons out here. In the MFD display, you want to start controlling that. You could either press the back button that goes out here. It shows you whether you want to see your phone or your vehicle status, or you go into settings, and you can actually change quite a few things from this. The infotainment system, you'll see it's a 5.9-inch screen. It's a touch screen that came with a 6 CD changer. So when you pop it on, it just says welcome on aboard. And yeah, it also has a SD card slot, which I don't know who uses in this day. The gearbox region also has the tire pressure monitoring system, traction control button out there, as well as a parking sensor switch out here when you turn it on. That's what it does for the front and the rear of the vehicle. Air condition controls, a dual zone climatic control system out here, and it was all lit up in green. It shows up right there as well whenever you use it. You got some nice chrome inserts around the AC vents as well. Rest of it is a matte finish. Turn them on and off. You just got to roll them up and down from here. Some couple of tweeters. Sound system by Bolero. You've got your lock and unlock switch here. It does light up in yellow. Let's now check out the sunroof and how it operates. So when you just turn around like this, there it opens. We got some striking sunlight coming right in. But the sunroof is not the biggest, and then you got to pull the cover back manually. It does not slide back along with it. The seats in the Skoda Superb are wrapped in Napa leather. So finally in the back seat of the Skoda Superb now, and I've just got to say, it's one hella comfortable place to be in, with ample under thigh support, back support, as well as loads of leg room, and pretty much without a damn doubt you can easily fit up 3 people in the back seat comfortably. Ample headroom above me, and so it just shows how much air is there in this cabin. It's such a spacious feeling, going along with the beige interiors. Yeah, it's brilliant, and it's simply clever. As Skoda says, got the armrest opening up like this, and as you know, got a couple of cup holders here. And again, it seems like Skoda has lost its track by making such small cup holders. I wonder where would they find such small cups or bottles. So you put this back in, it goes in just like that. Pop this open right here. More soft firm material inside to store some of your personal belongings while you're in the back seats. And yeah, there it goes shut. You can also access the boot from the back here, and if you get an aftermarket attachment, you could probably even attach a refrigerator in the back seat, put in a couple of champagnes, and make this place into a party house at the back. The Superb is a fun car to drive from the driver's seat, but you'd definitely be a little bit silly to not take the comfort of the back seat, because it is absolutely amazing. Bar there being no massage functions, no heated or cooled seats in any of these, they've thought about every small nitty-gritty, and they've ticked it off with these beautiful sunshades. Now they're not automatic, not everything in this car matches up to the E-Class, but still, it just lives up to perfection. Take a look at that. I mean, cars of this value back then never came with this, the sunshade. Some other touches out here in the back seat are this little display that gives not much information, but what it does is it shows you the time as well as the temperature that's outside. You've got a 12-volt charging socket out here, as well as an ashtray or cell phone holder. When I speak of all this plushness, just take a look at these AC vents and the B pillars out here. They're so cool. This touch is just phenomenal. You want to turn it on, you just roll it just the way you do with any other normal AC vent. You got 8 speakers in the Skoda Superb, with 4 tweeters and 4 bass speakers that come in the door, making it sound pretty good, despite there's no subwoofer in the back. Like any other after sales, Skoda has not had a great name, especially in India, and that's one of the main reasons why people have held themselves back on how much it must be to maintain this vehicle. On a yearly average, we spend around 25,000 rupees to maintain this car for a yearly service. But if you don't consider any other kind of wear and tear, that's exactly what you're going to be paying year in, year out. It all comes down to the way you drive as well. I'd say it's worth the luxury and the comfort that goes along with it. But some of the blind spots that do get a little bit annoying in this vehicle, in the A-pillar right out here, you may find it a little bit hard on junctions and turnings as such. The rear view mirrors are not the greatest. The rear view glass is so small, the C-pillars are huge, which again creates another blind spot in the vehicle. Anyhow, enough of all the chat, let's put it on the road and take a look how it feels. Press a push start button and you keep pressed for like 2 seconds in order for the ignition to ignite. It's not one of those buttons where you just click and release. The first thing that we notice is obviously the blind spot, like I told you about. The clutch in this car is really heavy, and so it's a long depress. Such a relaxing car to drive. It's got great handling. It's heavier than the existing Skoda Superb that's out there in the market. On the overall now, the exact handling technique, the steering doesn't have that much of feedback, which is one of the main reasons it doesn't really feel sporty enough. Obviously it's not a sports car, it's not meant to be driven that way. When you pump it above 2000 RPM and you can feel the torque kicking in, the way it takes over the potholes, it just controls, it glides over them. When you're cruising at high speeds, even on the highways, It's going to be a terrific feeling. It inspires so much confidence whenever you're behind the wheel. You can push it to the limit really, and it'll still hold ground firmly. It just grips the road and runs at high speeds. Now while driving it on the city, I'm getting around about 8.5 kilometers to the litre. That's when there's no traffic. However, if it goes into bumper to bumper, it does drop down to even 7, sometimes even 6.5. And if on the highways, I'm driving it around about 80 to 120 kilometers per hour. Cruising in the 6th gear, I'm getting around 14.5 to 15 to the litre. Really one of the main reasons it has ended up delivering that much is because it's a manual. I'll just push it to the limit, let's see how it feels. You can definitely feel the acceleration. With 0 to 100 now coming up and almost around about. The 0 to 100 that I just got right now on this car was around about 8.5 seconds. So it's just simply an absolute thoroughbred cruiser. It's got that rudeness of being a Skoda. I've done a long distance with this once, and that was from Mumbai to Amritsar. I've got no words really, to describe this car. Okay, wait, just one. It's superb. All in all, the Skoda Superb in its day was phenomenal value, 422 lakh rupees. Matter of fact, it still continues to shine and sparkle with all of its glory underneath its skin. So long may the legend live on.